Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is April, and today's video I'm reviewing the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, specifically in the color Whiteout. This retails for $26 over at Sephora. It is also in 20 other shades. I was in the market for a new concealer. I saw this, and I've heard great things about her concealers, but I saw the Whiteout shade, and I thought it was really interesting. At first, I was like, all right, it's going to be a little bit gimmicky, but I decided to give it a go anyway, and I have a few different things to say about it. So first off, it's a 24-hour wear full coverage concealer. If you guys have seen my review videos, you know that I will never, ever, ever try something out for 24 hours. It's just not going to happen. My skin will react, and I will break out like crazy. But the most I'll wear it for is maybe like 10 hours max. I think I've worn this for about 8 hours, and it has not even budged in the slightest. Like, no creases, nothing, no separation. It's worked with any sort of foundations that I've worn it with, which is pretty impressive to me. And it is, like I said, it is full coverage. I also find that it is easily blendable. When I had first tried it, I had to be honest, I tried it like 5 times before I actually wound up liking it, and I realized that it was just the way that I was applying it. I was applying way too much, and I was applying it in the wrong areas. I was applying it the way that I usually would with my regular concealers. When I go under my eye, I do a fairly large like triangle right over here, and it was just too much. It was just way too white. It was leaving like a full white cast. I also wasn't using my regular concealer over it, and that's what I do now because this is just a pure white. And if you're somebody like me who's super pale but also has an olive skin tone, it's really hard to find the right color concealer. So you definitely want to layer it, which will actually lighten up your regular concealer cover. So I was using this under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and on my chin. And for quite a while, I was breaking out on my chin, my cupid's bow, and my nose. And it was so strange, especially on my nose, because I don't break out there ever. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And I know that I had just recently moved, and maybe it was like the water or stress levels and things like that. But I had noticed it had gone away once I had stopped using this in those areas. So I do think that this was the cause of that. Also, I looked it up online, and a lot of people also had that same issue. So because I do like the concealer, I'm still going to continue using it under my eye and under my regular concealer, but in the smallest patch like possible. And I'm going to really blend it out. That way it's not leaving this crazy heavy white cast. It is really hydrating, and it stays fresh looking the entire day, so you don't have to worry about like reapplying things or even bringing like oil blotting sheets with you if you typically are somebody who does that. If you are really super pale and you have a problem with color correctors, I typically have a problem with color correctors, using greens and peaches to cancel out either redness or under eye circles, which I have really bad under eye circles. I definitely would recommend this because a lot of the times it's really hard to layer your foundation or your regular concealer over those color correctors and not have it completely either dissipate, or it just still shows the actual green color or the peach color. So this definitely brightens and lifts a lot. I don't know how well it's going to cover with red spots and where you would put a green concealer, but it's definitely good for where you would put a peach or red concealer. I don't think it would work very well on people with really dark skin. I think it's going to be too intense and way too white. Also, a lot of people tend to try to use this as an eyeshadow base. I would definitely go with the Urban Decay Primer Potion over this any day because that just holds it a lot better. I don't think it's necessary to just have a white concealer, and I think that if you're going to go for something that's white, you might as well go for the Primer Potion. It just has that crazy staying power. I wouldn't recommend wearing it every day because I don't like the ingredients in it, but that's just me. A lot of people don't care about that, so if you don't care, then go for it. But I would recommend it for something like if you're under stage lights, or if you are on camera a lot, or if you really like that like whole Natalie Halcro look. I'm going to show you guys 2 swatches. I'm going to show you a regular swatch of how it comes out right when you put the concealer on, and just kind of like letting it set to show how full the coverage can truly get. And I'm also going to show you guys the way that I would apply it under my eye to show how blendable it is and that you can lighten it up if you need to. So this is the first swatch right here, which obviously you're able to see how intense that is with the coverage, and you could blend it out just like slightly and it could still be completely covered and really full. It's just very, very, very intense. Otherwise, you can make little dots the way that I do and blend it out a whole lot and use a whole lot less product, and you'll sort of just get this white, like light cast. Yeah, overall I would give this about like a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's completely necessary to have this in your kit unless you're a makeup artist and you just want something extra in there for people with all different skin tones, or you're doing something with stage lights. Other than that, it's not necessary, but it is a fun little thing to have. And it is pretty good. I do like it. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. Also turn on the bell notifications because I put out new videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and don't forget to watch last Sunday's Tea Talk video, which you can go click right here to go watch that. And Pat is watching me do this video because he's holding my lighting, so it's really awkward. Alright, bye.